Okay, so you are welcome to another fantastic episode of our channel where we get to talk to university students about permanent issues in our communities, in our societies, in our country, and then find pivotal solutions to them, and then help to grow a better country and live in a better world. And on this episode, I have with me a colleague here who is coming to take and give us a view on what she thinks tattooing is all about and why she supports or doesn't support it. So Rachel, you are welcome. Okay, so I believe you know what tattooing is. The first question I want to throw to you is that, do you support tattooing?
Okay, I don't support tattooing. Yes, I would say I don't support tattooing.
So why don't you support tattooing?
Okay, I don't support tattooing because I'm a Christian, and then the Bible even says that your body is the temple of God, so you can't just do anything to your body. Yeah, so that is why I don't support.
That's why you don't support tattooing. Okay. So let me just ask. I know you don't support, but is tattooing a sin? Is it a sin for someone to tattoo the body? Is it a sin?
In a way, I can't just say it's a sin or it's not a sin, but to me, it's not a good thing to do, because if you tattoo your body, I don't think it adds any to your body. So, but in a way, you are rather how do you call it? You are rather spoiling your body, or something. Yeah. So I don't think it's a sin, depending on
there are people who have tattooed their bodies, not necessarily like the white people, like some people have tattooed every part of their body. Others too that in a setting here in Ghana have tattooed maybe their shoulder or maybe their arm, but it's not plenty. So why would this thing alone spoil your body, to what you are saying?
Okay, if you really much about tattooing, you get to know that even that tattooing at a point in time you can get cancer out of it.
Yeah.
So even if it's not being a sin, at the end of the day you are rather getting a disease or contacting a disease out of what you are doing. But I don't see it to be a sin though. But
you don't see it to be a sin.
I don't see it to be a sin, but it's not acceptable. If you come to our vicinity here, like Ghana here, if you tattoo your body, you have some kind of impression about you that you are a bad person.
So all this is what you think about it.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's making a biblical connection to what we're talking about. It says in Leviticus chapter 19 verse 20, it says that you shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor tattoo any marks on you. I am the Lord. So this is a reference to the Bible. So I asked earlier whether it's a sin. He said it's not a sin. But the Bible also states categorically that you should not make any cutting for the flesh, on your flesh, or for the dead, nor tattoo any mark on you. You get it? So I stand on this reference. Also ask that. So do you think those who are having tattoo, do you think the heaven that we on earth are trying to eagerly one day get to, do you think they have the same assurance of getting to heaven? Those that have tattoo, do you think the heaven that we are also trying to get, we that maybe are going to have them tattoo, would they get to heaven?
Okay, if we are talking about
what we have done, we have just reference to.
I get your point, but one thing I know as a believer or as a Christian is that going to heaven doesn't basically depend on what you do on earth here. It depends on you believing in the word of God. Okay, but I'm not saying that if you don't do the right thing, you go to heaven. But if you believe, I won't be surprised if someone who has tattoo on the skin or on the body does something better than someone who stays in. If you look at we Ghanaians or we Africans, the way we worship God is different from the outsiders.
Yeah.
You can go to church and you see someone with these tattoos and all that in the church outside.
You can even look at a person twice.
Good. And maybe when they are preaching or when they are singing, the way they will participate, it's different from our
Setting here in Ghana.
Yes, it's different. You come to church and the pastor will be preaching and someone will be on the phone watching something, taking
WhatsApping or
good.
Very distracted from whatever the pastor is even
But
preaching.
this person with tattoo will go to church and then focus on what is being said in the temple. So with these two people, can you still say that and because he or she is having tattoo on the skin, and for all you know, some people have this tattoo on their body because of something. Some people you see like their tattoos have maybe the inscriptions of their mom who is dead or who they couldn't see. So
they have a reason for putting that.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
look at you, Shoba. You made mention something right now that someone could have a tattoo on their body, but will be serious compared to the one who's not having.
Exactly.
So if I can reduce to understand what you are saying, which means living our lives on this earth to God is in the heart. So that necessarily mean our outward look. In other sense, if that's what I'm getting you. Because the one who's having a tattoo on her body, she's concentrating compared to the one who's not even having a tattoo. She's distracted. But the one having a tattoo is concentrating to the pastor, taking note, not just note, but really putting down some strong things to change her life.
Okay, not necessarily like worshiping or believing in God is all about your heart or something, like it's in the heart or something. Because you can't just see someone who is dressed indecently and say that the person is a Christian. Neither can you just see someone who is dressed like
decently, even wearing a tie, a coat,
and predict that the person is a Christian. So it would depend on the works. It's a decent works. It would depend on the works.
So it's the description in the Bible that by their fruit you shall know them.
So if I am with tattoo and I'm helping the needy, I'm listening to whatever God is asking me to do, abiding by His words, and you say that because I have tattoo, I'm going to go to heaven. And someone is not having tattoo with the full skin that God gave to him or her, but still it's not even going to church, it's not supporting the poor and the needy, not doing anything. Do you still say that the person will go to heaven because he or she is not having a tattoo on the skin? No.
So I think to also add up to I think it is dependent.
Exactly.
Because it goes beyond what is in your heart and also goes beyond what is in there. What is outward. Because someone also can have an outward look and could maybe be pretentious.
Exactly.
But when you look at the heart, it's different from the outside. So we can't necessarily base it on maybe the way you look and the way your heart feels. I think it works in hand. You need to portray something outside. And when you portray outside, it can be inside. And I think my last but one question is, do tattoos on the skin have an impact on the people who do that? Earlier you mentioned cancer and all that. Could you briefly delve into it? Could you briefly say something? Do they have a negative impact on their skin when they do those tattoos?
Sure they do, because I understand that even in the first months or weeks that you get a tattoo, you have how do you call it, scars and all that for you have to wait for some time before the wounds will heal and then the tattoo will come out well. And so going through all this because of the tattoo, I don't think it won't give you any effect. Okay, you have to get a wound on your skin. What if maybe during the process of the wound, maybe there is an infection in the wound or something, and then it enters your body, you can be infected or something. So with the tattoo, I'm not a fan of the tattoo,
but one way or the other, it brings some sort of a disease or sickness to you.
Exactly.
One way or the other. Okay, so on to my last question. to those who are having tattoos on their body, I'm not speaking against them, but we have, what would you say to someone who have a strong passion, the group of people who are having strong passion of tattoo? What would you tell them?
Okay.
In the sense of you advising them to go for back out from it, or to encourage them to do it. What would you tell someone who is having a strong passion to tattoo but hasn't done it yet?
Okay, me, I will encourage, or I will tell such people that adding something to your skin doesn't make you different or odd. So if someone has in mind that he or she is going to have a tattoo on the skin, first of all, you can contact disease out of it. And second, you are going to waste a huge amount of money on the tattoo. You understand? It doesn't come on a silver platter. You have to pay a huge amount. So you're going to pay huge amounts for something that can cause you disease at the end.
Also cost you a huge amount of money.
Exactly. I will advise such people to not to go in for that, or they should desist from that. If they are thinking of doing that, they should just back off, because adding a color to your skin is just like bleaching.
It's just like bleaching.
Yes, it's just like bleaching. Adding a color to your skin, or adding an image or symbol to your skin, doesn't make you any different person. It's still you. So that is why I'll tell them that they should back off if they have such ideas or intentions.
Thank you very much, Miss Rachael, for accepting to do this with me. And then you out there also, as my colleague just advised, just back out if you have not done it yet and you're having a strong desire to go in for, because when you go in for tattoo, it will cost you a huge sum of money. The sickness or disease you even contract from it is not even mentioned. So these are things that we have just mentioned. And as we are discussing this tattooing, we are not speaking against anyone having a tattoo on his or her body. It's just expressing our views. So what Miss Rachael she just expressed her views on tattooing and all that. You can also share your thoughts and views on us in the comment section below. And also there is a link in the comment section below to our website. You can click on the website to read more stories on our website. And then don't forget to expect more on our next episode, because you don't want to miss anything. God bless you. 'Cause I know you're the biggest. It's in my DNA. I'm